why you popped in with the robe. At the end of the day, these pastors, they get on they get in the pulpit, they got their shit on, and by the time they done, they done came out their clothes anyway. Here we go with this movement.
Thank you, Abby. You're beautiful as well, my love. When I used to be in the choir, and especially at Greater Grace, remember we used to wear them heavy robes. They was like this, y'all. But they was like long to the floor, and then they had like, it was like one layer, and then it was like this extra layer that had like the church's emblem on it. So that very first layer was probably about 10 pounds. And then that little sash you put on that went from the back to the front, that probably was about 5 pounds. So you had 15 pounds of choir robe. And then I was in a youth choir when I had to wear my choir robe. So we used to have to rock from side to side. When I tell you, I didn't understand why they wanted us to wear clothes under them choir robes. This choir robe is heavy as hell. You think I'm about to have on a long ass skirt underneath my shit? Oh, no, not Big Whit. I used to have my little whole dress on up under my shit, and I was 16. I didn't even know what a whole dress was. But me, I was finding the littlest shit I could wear up under my choir robe. My mom used to be like, well, you gonna wear that or I'm gonna pass out? Shit, you want me to sing or you want to go in and call the EMS? Oh, shit.
Yeah, what I was not trying to do was sing in nobody's choir. No. Because really, as it was, we was already in church too long. You know what I mean? I think 30 minutes of the word is enough. Because the truth is, I can go home and read my own Bible. So I be wanting to know, what are we doing this for? You know what I'm saying? And, it's very interesting because if you really think about it, I could get out my Bible right now, finesse them scriptures, get to huffing and puffing, and at some point I should get some tithes. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Cash at me.
I mean, if you make you a church, I don't know.
I'm just saying, because I mean, you can read that Bible. You really can. I mean, I don't know the legible version, but I don't need them to do it. I'm not gonna tip you. You think about it though, for real. I mean, would you tip your Kindle when you read it? So I'm trying to figure out, why am I tipping him? Read me the Bible. So I'm paying
because you gotta pay the bills, honey. They gotta pay the electricity.
Preach out your motherfucking basement. That's what you need to do.
People do, but they take tithes to pay their rent. Because it ain't gonna be no basement if I can't pay for this building. But my thing is, they need to just call tithes what it is. Tithes, literally. And you know how what's crazy is on some church envelopes, they have tithes and then they have a building fund. That's really all the tithes is a building fund. You got to pay for the fucking building. You paying the rent, the water bill, so y'all can flush the toilet in the bathroom and shit. Wash your hands for people who do wash their hands when they come out the bathroom. They got to pay the electricity, and they got to pay the rest of the fucking bills, pay the sound man, the motherfucking guitar player, the rest of these motherfuckers. Call tithes bills, because literally, if we're reading our Bible, and I'm not trying to be funny, but if we reading our Bible, the tithe was never money. It was a sacrifice. It was the 10th. In Bible days, people sacrificed animals. So their tithe was oxes and yokes, things like that. It was never money. It was just in modern day Christianity did the tithe, the 10th, become a 10th of your paycheck. Bitch, you don't know how much I get paid. So if I give you $5, that was 10%. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I had to fucking sacrifice. You know, at the very end of the day, the tithe in the Bible was a sacrifice. So if you go to church your whole life and you just giving up 10%, you can't read. Your ass don't listen and you can't interpretate. Tithe is a sacrifice. All them scriptures that they telling you what tithe is, it's a 10th, it's a sacrifice. You got motherfucking 5 cattle. You sacrifice 5% of them motherfuckers. You got 50, 5 of them motherfucking cows gotta go. It's a sacrifice. I remember one time I had sacrificed motherfucking rap music. I had just gave up rap music. Fuck it, Jesus. This is not going nowhere for me. I'm sacrificing rap music. And I gave it up to God for my sacrifice for the 10th. As long as you got your relationship with God, y'all gotta stop letting these preachers dictate what the fuck y'all go through. Cause that would be crazy. Y'all be broke as fuck giving y'all 10th to the church. Meanwhile, your fucking lights is going off. Not me. Not me.
the way I see it is, you know, I respect the hustle. I respect the pimping. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay home. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep my 10% because the thing is, to be honest, I got my own DTE. And see, me trying to pay yours.
But the 10% is not money. That's the thing. It's just your sacrifice to God.
They don't want that. Right. They care about the sacrifice that I'm about to do, you know, on a couple of scrimps or something. They don't care about that. What they want that dollar.
Yes, sure they do want that dollar.
By now, I'm sure cash app the pastor. I'm pretty sure he throwing a cash app.
I'm sure you can cash app pastors too, especially after the pandemic. They probably definitely was seeing cash app me. But me, I ain't have a cash app for a pastor. I don't. If like you said, shit, I'm gonna open up a church. But me, I don't think God would call me to open up a church because I don't like the people who come to my church. They'd probably be cussing, like that cussing pastor. Yeah. Everybody, repeat after me. Fuck that shit. Like, and that be what's going on in church too. We don't be honest enough during these passages. These pastors want to get you in the church and always be like, turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, we coming out on top. No, me as a pastor, I better turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, stop playing that bullshit. Like, stop fucking over your bullshit ass self. Like, that's what be wrong with us. And that's what be wrong. We be putting all our shit in these pastors and they not sending the right messages. Yeah. And you know what would be crazy too about church? And I don't even think we meant to come in and start talking about church too. But what be crazy about church is you notice every year it be your year. Ain't that what every pastor, every motherfucking watch night service or first the fucking New Year service, end of the new old year service, it's always gonna be that next year gonna be your year. You do this or this and that. Me as a pastor today, if this was my ordination for everybody who might watch this shit, my word to y'all is fuck what the fuck people saying. If you want this to be your year, make it your year, okay? So turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor to get off your motherfucking ass and stop bullshitting, okay? I don't think you can say that in church. That's what I'm saying. My whole congregation will be confused as fuck. Like, can we say that? Shit. But yes, you can. Turn to your motherfucking neighbor right now and say, neighbor, stop bullshitting with yourself and wake the fuck up and do what you got to do for you. Because ain't nobody going to make it help you but you. But these pastors, they don't want that. They can't cuss at you because they want your money. Yeah, they want that fucking light bill to be paid.
Exactly. Your church will be talking shit with Whit.
My church. It will. You know what? Talking shit with Whit. My God. I think that was a revelation. That's a show. That definitely is. Talking shit with Whit.
Is that
my God?